the tone was monotonous and you have restricted your stage movement. So most of the time you are talking in the same tone. So the next speech, because this is your 7th speech, you could apply all whatever you have done in the previous 6 speeches. Altogether it was a beautiful speech, wonderful delivery, and one sentence which I will never remember is a philosophical, poetic and mystical sentence. Days fill in, we fill days in our life, not life in our days. All the best, Toastmasters.
Now let us invite. Now let's invite the second evaluator, Toastmaster Jamal, who is going to evaluate Toastmaster Deepak on his speech number 3. Let's put our hands together.
Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, once again, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Especially Toastmaster Deepak Joseph. Deepak shared with us a good story today, and it was inspiring one. General purpose of any speech is either to inform, to persuade, to entertain, or to inspire, and he chose to inspire us, and he has done that beautifully. The speech was well organized, beginning, body, as well as the conclusion. And especially the conclusion, because when we reached the conclusion, we came to know about the story and the message that all good things we do will come back to us one day. Now, there are, like many projects, some areas of improvement. The first was the beginning. I felt that we could have started with some sort of question in order to attract the audience. I felt that you are talking and you are keeping the audience a bit away from you. So if you have started with some sort of questions and answers, then at least you will have that contact. That was the first one. Second one, the beginning, it was a bit not clear to all of us. I felt, which is not, I know you as a great speaker, but this time I felt a bit nervous, and I think that's the reason that you exceed a little bit time. You were not watching the timing properly. But apart from that, the speech was good, inspiring. You got your message, your language was very clear, use of stage was good. Body language, which is not in this, but anyway, your body language as well is very good. So there are many things good. So I want to ask you all please to give him a big round of applause. And congratulations for completing your project successfully. Next time we need from you a better and better. And I'm sure you will do that in your next project. All the best. Thank you.
So now the time has come to choose the first evaluator, because the speaker is default. Only one speaker has been qualified. So can you, the timer, can you please read out the time consumption of all the evaluators?
Toastmaster John Thomas took 3 minutes and 27 seconds. Toastmaster Jamal took 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Great.
Both of them are qualified for voting.
Okay. So it's a tough call. Please select who is the best. Okay. Now, before we move to the next fun involved section, like every topic, let me try to share with you the tips how we can set a goal in our life. Now we all know, unless you know where you want to go, you will never reach where you want to reach, right? If you get into the Shakespeare Road, middle of the road in a traffic signal, and you think, okay, should I go right or left or straight? you will know what's going to happen by the time you think, right? You should have an objective where you want to go. So now, we have taken a decision. We want to set a goal now. How do you set a goal? Now, decide. Always, now we are all professionals. Always stick to something what we have learned throughout our life and decide where you want to go. Think of something you want to do or work toward. Now, being an automobile professional, being an insurance professional, if I think of something related to the medical science, will I become successful? I can be, but I will have to spend another 40 years like what I did already, right? So, I need to set a goal, something related to my own business, my own studies or my own experience which I have done in my life. Now, second, so you thought, okay, I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to open an automobile business in India. I have to get this. Now, write it down, the facts. So if I am taking a decision 2017, August 14, I'm going to set up a business, automobile business in India, in Kerala. Write it down. I have 5 years to go from today. Write it in a journal that how I want to proceed. Write it down, the capital investment, how I'm going to organize it, how I'm going to work on it. Now, when you have written everything, what gives you an appreciation? You share that idea with somebody. Tell someone. Now you made a goal, you wrote the graph about it, wrote the structure. Now tell someone. Telling someone we know about our goals also seems to increase the likelihood that we will stick to that business. When we talk to somebody about the goal that we thought of, when we share with someone, what will happen? We will automatically stick to that what we told them. Right? It's a commitment. It becomes a commitment. Right? Right or wrong? Yes. Then next. Setting a goal is easy. Working on a capital investment is easy. Telling a story to somebody is easy. Now, where do you want to start? Break it down. For the 5 years, you break it down to 1 week or 1 month. Where I'm going to start. 5 years, I will open my garage. But to reach that stage, I need to start 5 years from now. How I'm going to step. Break it down. 5 years and 12 months and a month and a week and a day. Break it down. Then plan your first step. Where do you put your first step? Okay? And just keep going. And 5 years from today, you will celebrate your goal. I'm talking to you from my experience. I have done it and I'm about to achieve it. Last 4 years, me and my 4 colleagues working on this project. And if I ask you how many times I have traveled to India last 1 year, maybe 8 times. I think if I'm not wrong, I have traveled to India 8 times without informing my office. Weekends I travel. All with the purpose. We are paying salary to 6 of our employees in India for last 4 years without taking any production. But we have some goals to achieve. We will achieve. We will not just leave our money like that. So set a goal in your life. Now let's continue our journey. Timer again. Can you please read out the timing allotted for a table topic?
Is it Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
So for each table topic, masters, the total time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. So at 1 minute, the green light will be alert. At 1.5 minutes, the yellow light will be on. Then after the 2 minutes, red light will be on. Then it will keep continuing. 30 seconds again.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
30 seconds. You
So
have
maximum 2 minutes. Right?
Yes. 2.5 maximum.
2.5.
Yes.
Okay. So all of you are aware of the rule. Now let us welcome our table topic master, Toastmaster Sulfigar. Let us see what is the fun he is bringing on this stage. So are you gonna invite everybody?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, including our guests, you can try. This is the beginning. Please try to participate. We have got a lot of time today.
So are you ready?
Yes.
So I have 3 topics. So before that, I am reiterating that there is no specific criteria for the participation. So anyone can participate who they wish to participate. So before that, I am.
So 30 seconds time to think of the subject.
Yeah, before that, there is a, because for the benefit of the guest, I am explaining because there is a 30-second time for before we start the speech.
So once you get the subject, you can think of the subject for 30 seconds. Then you can start.
So who is wish to?
Who is first?
So Toastmaster Puran boy. Toastmaster Puran boy. Your topic is you can judge a tiger by its strips. Once again I repeat, you can judge a tiger by its strips. Toastmaster Puran.
You cannot judge a tiger by its stripes means you cannot judge a book by its cover. So there's a similarity in that. Means that person may look very innocent. What's inside that person you cannot judge. So it's like another saying goes that you cannot judge anything by its face value. You need to experience, find out, and then only you will know what type of person he is. So we should not jump into conclusion by looking at the initial behavior. Most of the time, we do get into trouble because we feel that I can trust this person because of his initial behavior, because of his looks, because of his innocent face. But maybe inside, he may be having some other hidden agenda which may ultimately prove to be very costly. So I think the saying is a very old saying that we should not judge a tiger by its stripes. Means you should not judge a person, or you should not judge a book by its cover. Means cover may be very nice, but what's inside may be absolutely trash. So it could be deceiving. Similarly, when you meet a person, you should be careful before you jump into conclusion, before you give your heart, your inside out to him. You should first know what he stands for, what he actually truly, what's inside him. So I think by saying that you should not judge a tiger by its stripes, I think that's what it means.
Again, I will see voluntary participation, otherwise I will go on by one. So, yeah, Toastmaster Sanal. Toastmaster Sanal, I will your subject is if you could be any super villain, which one would you be? I will repeat once again. If you could be any super villain, which one would you be? Toastmaster Sanal. Super villain. Yeah.
Good evening to you all. The topic what you given to me, like if I could be a villain, which person or personality I would try to be accepting or taking this thing. So mine is in that from Malayalam movies like or from Hindi movies like Jackie Shroff, like one of the villains which I've always loved actually. So that mainly, I mean, because of his height as well as, I mean, the personality as well as the way he talks, as well as the acting which he performed. That made me like more attractive towards the villain role of what is performing there in the movie industry actually. So if I get an opportunity to act or to be this thing, I will take up the role or the values which is given to the industry. And in addition to that, always villain in any movies like that's just one of the important character which can get the movies or anything to in an upper side of the financial side. So always, and the villain give always an important for the any industry actually. So if I get an opportunity, I'll try to cope with that aspect.
Next one. Toastmaster. John Thomas. Toastmaster John Thomas, your topic is a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. I will repeat once again. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Toastmaster John Thomas.
Topics Master, fellow members, guests, good evening once again.
Good evening.
A little knowledge is a dangerous thing. I fully agree with that statement because many instances with little knowledge we jump into some conclusions. Without knowing the topic fully, we form our opinion. And most of the time, such opinions will lead us to trouble. So majority of the population, or it's a natural tendency for a human being that with a slight knowledge, most probably it would have been a gossip overheard from somebody, or a piece of flash news which has come in the previous day's TV news channel, a slight news. With that small piece of information, without spending much time, without actually understanding what is the problem or what is the situation, we judge people, we judge situations, incidents, and we comment or we judge others, which is a real problem, and that will, most of the cases, lead us to problems and trouble. So, always try to understand, gather more information before becoming judgmental. Right.
Guest can also participate.
Give it a try.
Yeah,
Just give it a try.
One question is no for now. Now. Toastmaster Nofer, your topic is what bad habits do you want to break? Once again I repeat, what bad habits do you want to break? Toastmaster Nofer.
Good evening, all of you. And I got an opportunity to speak about that bad habit which I have existing and I want to avoid it that one. Is it no? So one of the main problem for me is a laziness. That is one of the main mistake on my side, in my view. So I want to avoid that one. So I'm struggling for that one, how to avoid that one. And I'm trying to learn new things and I want to fix for another new environment. So that will be make me better. I feel that when I find out that one. Because if I'm going to stick before sir is explained here, if you continue for your daily life, it will not improve your life. So just I realized that one. And when my friend was talking about this Toastmaster, I just brightened my head and I thought, yeah, I can improve myself and I can, if I am going to mingle with like this kind of any stage, it will improve myself. So I think that is one of the main problem for me, laziness, and this is the way to how to avoid this laziness. I think it's a better option for me. So that's all. Thank you.
Toastmaster Ajit Devasi.
Sorry, this is a repeated question, so I'll change the question.
Toastmaster Ajit Devasi, our topic is how many hours a week do you spend in online? Once again, I'll repeat. How many hours a week do you spend in online? Toastmaster Ajit Devasi.
How many hours I am spending online? Per day I am spending almost 1 hour, 2 hours online. So let's say every day we can say social media like Facebook, WhatsApp. I am spending in between time because when I am doing the work also 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So per day 2 hours at least. So I am just trying to get rid of this habit because what happens when I am back home, sometimes I feel guilty because I couldn't spend that much time with my family. I am addicted to Facebook. I'll just open the Facebook, I'll open something, then I'll go to some other topic, then politics and all these things, then I'll come on something. So nowadays I'm trying to minimize that one. My objective is I have to spend only when I'm back home, I have to have a work-life balance. So when I'm back home, I'll spend only 10-15 minutes, whether it is WhatsApp, Facebook, it's not necessary. So yeah, that's all. My target is right now is 2 hours, so I'll try to minimize to 15 minutes. That's all. Thank you.
Toastmaster Deepak Joseph. Toastmaster Deepak Joseph, your topic is tell us the most bizarre incident in your life. I will repeat once again. Tell us the most bizarre incident in your life. Toastmaster Deepak Joseph.
Toastmasters, good evening. Table topic master and fellow Toastmasters and guests. Very much good evening.
Good evening.
The topic which I received today is tell you guys about the most bizarre incident in my life. As per my understanding, the word bizarre means one of the most unusual or something weird. When I'm trying to think about some events like that, it brings me back to my childhood. When I was very young, adjacent to my home, just next to the wall of the home, there's a small stream, which it's almost 15 to 20 feet in depth, and it gets filled up during the rainy season due to the backflow of the water from the river. So every year, it is habit that me and my father, we both jump into the water and we clear all the weeds and plants which is growing on the walls of the canal. Every year we used to do that. So one day, when me and my dad are cleaning the street, it's a stone wall. So I was holding on it, and I accidentally felt that something bit me. And just 10-15 minutes before, I just saw a snake going somewhere there. I shouted and I cried to my parents saying that I'm going to die in 5-10 minutes, help me, do something. And I was weeping very bad. My dad checked my hands and it is only a small, the thorn has stuck on my finger. So I felt that is the most bizarre incident because at that moment, just a moment or maybe 1 or 2, maybe 10-15 seconds, I really felt that this is the last 2 minutes of my life. That gives you a perception. That is something which was most bizarre which happened. Thank you. How are you?
Toastmasters Jamal. Toastmaster Jamal, your topic is, would you break the law to save a loved one? I will repeat once again. Would you break the law to save a loved one? Toastmaster Jamal.
Favorite topic, Master, Toastmaster for the day, fellow members. Good evening. The topic I got is, would I break the law to save a loved one? Okay. Usually I'm one person that I follow law strictly. I don't deviate. That's a part of my life. It's integrity as well as part of my job and commitment to my job. Now, when it comes to saving a life, definitely I will break the law. If it is really a life of a human or even living thing in front of me, is life in full danger, definitely I will break the law. I will not say that, let me put this example. I heard in UAE, if you see someone in an accident, you should not touch him. Even if he's injured, you should call police. My opinion, I think if I see someone in a similar situation and I will be able to do something, definitely I will do that. Even if it is against law, because I can see someone in front of me in real need. This is an imminent danger. It's not something that, okay, we can wait for police. If it is in this way, even if it is not a loved one, it's just a person in front of me, definitely I will interfere. So in that context, of course, our loved ones are very close to us, and definitely, this is my opinion, I'm not sharing it, but definitely I will break the law to save them.
Toastmaster Malluga. Toastmaster Malluga, your topic is, what is the number one solution to healing the world? I will repeat once again. What is the number one solution to healing the world? Toastmaster Malluga.
Fellow Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and guests, a warm good evening to you all once again.
Good evening.
Every human being has some or the other type of stress and also some or the other type of problem. Now the best thing to heal anyone is to have apathy towards him, not the sympathy. try and do what you could do best, but obviously all within the moral and ethics of the society. Each and every one of us has been, is here with a purpose in their life. And if you can make a small difference in anyone's life, I suggest that could take us to a much higher or different levels altogether. And that one deed will make you so happy, which may not be received by any other thing. So, I would just reiterate that do whatever you could in your own way, and definitely if everyone follows this, I think the world will be a better place to live.
Timer, could you please explain the timing of the participants?
There are total 8 participants are there. We'll start from one by one. Toastmaster Puran Roy took 1 minute 35 seconds. Toastmaster Sanal Haridas 1 minute 27 seconds. Toastmaster John Thomas 1 minute 40 minutes. 1 minute 40 seconds. Our guest Naufal 1 minute 15 seconds. Toastmaster Ajit Devasi 1 minute 28 seconds. Toastmaster Deepak 2 minutes 7 seconds. Toastmaster Jamal 1 minute 52 seconds. Toastmaster Mallikarjun 1 minute 30 seconds. All are qualified for voting.
Great. Toastmasters will be good. It's okay. Yeah. It was a great effort by our Toastmaster Sulfikar. Every day when he comes to the stage with as a table topic master, he brings something different types or variety of subjects. So this time he has done the same. We all enjoyed. Now let us try to choose the best speaker from the table topic. We have 8 of them. I know it's a tough call. So please take your pen and write it down. Now let us move to the next session, that is the reporting section. Can we have if our word master is free? Toastmaster Ajit Devasi, can you just give us the report on words and the grammar set, please? Can we have a round of applause? Good evening.
Today's word of the day reiterated. Toastmaster Puran uses word 1 time. Toastmaster Piyani uses word 2 times. Toastmaster Mallikarjun uses word 2 times. Toastmaster Deepak Joseph uses word 1 time. Toastmaster John Thomas 2 times. Toastmaster Sulfikar 1 time. And grammar, I can see that was mistakes. That's what we
Thank you very much. So, who will be collecting the awards? We need a tally counter. Please, if somebody can.
The goals are from being completed yesterday, so last part is still pending.
Can you get that, brother?
The goal playout. The next assignment is pending. So, has to get.
Okay. Hey, I'm just asking who's going to collect. We have got Mr. Yeah. So now we have the up counter. Toastmaster Sanal with his report. Can I welcome Toastmaster Sanal for the up counter's report if he is ready? Yeah. Or I will move to the next. Okay. Shall I move to the next?
Yes.
If you need, still if you need for the time?
No, this. Yeah, we can move.
Okay. So can I request Toastmaster Arun as this master? Good evening.
Speeches. The first question: what lesson did you get from Toastmasters Mallikarjun's speech?
For management.
I think there is one good word: stop stressing and start in I get a word from the speech. And these are the main two characters in Deepak Joseph's speech. Yeah, Buddha and Thomas. What is the main content of the today thought of the day? In thought of the day, what is the main content?
Moral success.
Yeah.
Moral values.
It's new.
Yeah.
And when Toastmaster PU used his first job in Word, 2009, and from which company?
Liberty.
Who is the most villain personality for
Jackie
Toastmaster?
Jackie Shroff.
Which have want to break up Toastmaster? Thank you.
So this kind of quiz session, shows how much we are involved in these 2 hours of session here. So that shows our commitment. Now, can I request Toastmaster Sanat be on stage to present his report? Please. Let's put our hands together to welcome.
Good evening, all once again.
Good evening.
The report on the R-Pounder, the one comes from the speaker, Mallikarjun, did like twice, from the sound like the, and Deepak did 3 times, which is mainly like and these are the 2 words I found the supporting words which I used during your speech. During the table topics, Silfikar used once. Kurendrai also used once, like in between so. And Ajit Arasi used 3 times so as well as the. And Deepak used during the table topic again once, where is again so actually. And from the evaluator side, Jamal I've noticed like 5 times and then later there was that's all from the report on the
Very precise report. Now, if I call yes, 2 of you, do you have anything to add towards the second meeting? So you have a decision on how to continue with the journey? Okay, you want to share something? Okay, great. So can I invite our general evaluator? The counting. Or if you are still in time, fine. Now, there is something called.
Can I ask questions?
Yeah.
Okay. What happens if you set a goal and you don't achieve it within that time? What do you have to do?
See, I will tell you something. How do you define success? I mean, when you say achievement, you set a goal and you say I achieved, that is success, right? So, what is success in your life? Is it a destiny or a journey? Journey. So that's it. So by the time if you set a long-term goal for 10 years, by the time you reach to that goal in 10 years time, it will not be that goal you want to reach. The goal also will grow. I have experienced it. This is how it is. This is the life we all talk about. So today, that's what I am coming to say. There is something called goal setting theory. The researchers and great successful people always say, those who set a tough goal or a long-term goal have succeeded more than those who set a generic goal or a short-term goal. We always think, okay, I want to buy a car in another 1 year. That's the wish that I have in my life is all about. Or I want to get a good wife and I want to have a couple of kids. That shouldn't be your goal is all about.
Good wife cannot be a goal.
It can be dream. Okay? So, try to have a goal of a long term, say 10 years or 15 years, instead of having a goal of a 2 years or a 3 years. Recently, my wife asked me, like, why do you want to go back to India? Why can't we be here? As long as you can work here. Because for wife, I mean, I don't know, it's my wife's opinion. She says, we are so comfortable here. She says, you know, back in India, back in our place, especially when you are in Kerala, we have got 1 day holiday Sunday. And on that particular Sunday, you have got 10, at least you will have 10 activities to attend, 10 functions to attend. Marriage, baptism, birthday. Here you have got hardly once in a month you have got a party. I'm with my husband and kids, I've got a lot of time to serve you. Why do you want me to take you to my mother-in-law? This is the question they are asking me.
That's the big thing.
But if I work for that goal, is it the success of your life? For her maybe, but I'm not for that. Set a goal for 10 years or 15 years or 20 years in your life from today. And try to work on it. I'll tell you something. There are 5 golden rules always when you set a goal. First, set a goal that motivates you every day. Again, being an automobile professional, if I work for a goal in 10 years, which motivates you about my career, I will work on it. Whereas, if I join with an association of my friends, which is not related to my work and it is something of medical science or something else, I will not be motivated to work on it. I will say, okay, if it works, it works. If not, let it go. Okay, and second thing, always try to set smart goals. When I say smart goal, that SMART stands for different things. Specific goals, S stands for specific. You can't be a generic. Try to be with a specific goal and measurable goal. You need to break it down and you should be able to measure it. How I am going to reach there, how can we reach there? And attainable goal. See, everybody wants to reach the mountain of Everest, and if you sit at home, 20 years or 30 years, you will never reach there. Right? Reach something which is attainable. If you try to teach a fish to climb a tree, how many time will he climb the tree? No. So attainable goals. Then relevant.
Yes.
Yeah. What I mean, people say it's relevant or realistic.
Yes.
Either way is the same. And at the end, the most important, time bound. So this is where you are. And don't think, oh, 10 years was finished. I have not reached. First thing, if you regret, you turn back and see what you have done. How you worked for this. I will tell you, it's your problem. You have not worked for it. You are lost somewhere. Okay? This is what I will, and I have learned. Now, can I invite our general evaluator, please? Let's welcome our general evaluator. Toastmaster Vivek.
Thank you, Toastmaster Theo. Good evening once again. Good evening. I think it's 5 minutes. Yeah, he is getting. So there are a lot of things for the last 2 hours we have completed. So let me go through one by one, very fast. The meeting started 5 minutes late. Is it reasonable time, 5 minutes late? No, not at all. A single time late is not reasonable. But we started and we are going to complete. I think again it's going to 5 minutes late. So the room was well arranged before meeting setups. Even water, banners, timers, timing machines, videography, projectors, everything was well arranged. So this gives good marks to our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster. Coming to the agenda, there are some slight changes which is managed by the Toastmaster of the evening. And if some Toastmasters are taken double role, we have to give good appreciation to our. Now President, Toastmaster Rajesh Palikade was unable to attend the meeting. Instead of Toastmaster Deepak Joseph took the role, opened the meeting, reminded the upcoming ESCOM members training. It was very well. It was a reminder. So after that he invited Toastmaster of the evening to continue the journey. So let us give us big round of applause to Toastmaster Deepak. Now coming to Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster P.O. Anthony. We all know his experience. I will tell about him later. Before that, as a protocol, he has introduced our guest. There was two guests. There is two guests, Naufal and Abbas. Both are interested to join. That means the meeting is going on well. And they are interested. We need more guests. I think our Toastmaster and ESCO members will concentrate, especially the BPM membership, for bringing more members. Also, I ask all members to introduce new members to our club, which will, I think, badly needed now. And the timers roles, Toastmaster Rashid has well managed the timing, well indicated the timing according to the rules and regulations of Toastmaster meeting. So let us give us a big round of applause to. Now coming to the Alcauda, Toastmaster Sanal Haridas has given meticulous and detailed accounting reports. So let us give us a big round of applause. Now coming to Word Master from Grammarian, Toastmaster Ajit Devasi. It is a role that introduces a new word to Toastmasters every meetings. I think it's not a new word, but it is done word, and I reiterate Toastmaster Ajit Devasi for all members to bring a new word which can easily talk to, and it can be adjustable, adjective words can be easily to talk all over the meetings. So let us give us a big round of applause. Now come to the Toastmasters, Arun Manikanda. Double role. He has asked many questions. I think some of the questions we can ask, especially some of the persons, and maybe all people will be vigilant the next meeting onwards to all give care for listening, which is very important to be a good speaker. Now coming to the thought of the evening. Toastmaster Puran Rai talk about moral science, which is he learned about in the school days. Very well, he explained the thoughts, and I think we all should keep the morality and ethics in our life. So let us give us a good round of applause to Next is table topic masters. The figure early this time came with different subjects and innovative subjects, I think. And most of the participants or players are well delivered that 1 minute speech, and some of them are waiting for awards. So let us give Toastmaster Sulfikar Ali a big round of applause. Now, prepared speeches. There are 2 prepared speeches. One of them cancelled unexpectedly. We can avoid this type of cancellation. I think speaker and TME can be coordinated and the speakers always need to be informed to the TME or our the agenda preparing while and last moment it is cancelling, it's not good. So kindly remind all of the creative to cancellation should be informed accordingly. It's not any cash is not losing like air tickets, but still it needs to be reminded this one. Both the speakers are well delivered, and I think what is little bit excess time used because of one of the progress could not achieve. Please be reminded on timing. So both we have to appreciate both the speakers, Toastmaster Deepak Joseph and Toastmaster Maligarjan. So let us give us big round of applause. Certainly their thoughts are well, stress management and lessons from life. Now coming to the speech evaluators, Toastmaster John Thomas and Toastmaster Jamas, both are well narrated and executed their speeches, narrated their stories, what are the improvements need to be bring into their speeches. I think Toastmasters can also use, the evaluators also can use the space in the delivering speech, while delivering speech. So let us give big round of applause to both the speakers. Now, the ballots and sheets which are already spreaded before the standards, which was a good appreciation to Toastmaster of the evening, I think. So let us give us big round of applause to Toastmaster. Now the impressions, I think guest already, the repeating guest, that is why they have not given impressions this time. Finally, Toastmaster of the evening, we don't have to explain more about it because he's already senior member, distinguished Toastmasters. He always give positive energy to us in each meeting and dedicated to his job. Some of the points I have noted from his remarks. What makes you different from others that we have to think. Negative words and positive words, how to use. Specific goals in life. We have to be stick in your decisions. That is also TMA's words. Self-commitments. This is also some of the notified points TMA has given to us. He was completely, he controlled the timing and managed the entire meetings. That's why we have to give big round of applause. Overall, the meeting was very successful. Now, some of the special attentions to all our members from these meetings I have noted. So let me reiterate that one, time management, which we need to be outsiders, outside sounds we need to be avoid. So some substantive arms can talk to the management. Coming to next, avoid, I think some of them are chatting WhatsApp or something, so we can avoid this chatting while sitting in the meeting. And hats off appreciation to thought of evening, stress management speaker, lessons learned from the live, all speakers. And we need to improve our participants. So overall, meeting was well started, smoothly run, and good introduction given for Toastmasters.
Very well crafted general evaluation, and we didn't leave anyone free from this hall, right? Now let us move quickly to our winners. Because a very tough call, especially on evaluation and the topic. Now can I request our acting president and the director to It is a rare opportunity, being here. Okay. Because, you have to be the president in a year or two, right? So, who is the table topic speaker? The best table topic speaker? Any guesses? Anyone else supporting Puranoi? It's not Puranoi, it's Toastmasters John. Thank you very much. Someone can take a photo. It's live, but still. Okay. Who is the best speaker by default? Right? And the next, the best evaluator. Who? It's again Toastmasters. Thank you. We'll have a group photo. Yeah. Group photo. Yeah. Thank you very much. Please. So we are almost at the closing stage. He is getting called up. Now, let me take up the role of VPE since he is on silent mode. So, who will be the next TME? So our next meeting is on 28th. 28th August is our next meeting. Who wants to be in the TME like what I am doing today? I think maybe if you ask me an opinion. Okay. Who wants to be a TME? We need somebody.
Come on. He is fresh after coming back this vacation.
Outside the country.
Okay. So maybe this was started. You can try. I will give you the ideas. I will give you and we'll talk. Yeah. Who want to take up speeches? This was the Rashid for sure. Then I don't. Who else? We need more speakers. We'll go by target this time.
I'll try that.
Yeah, you are on. Yeah, okay. We want one more because we have a tradition of cancelling 2 hours.
We need to include fun in the meeting. So Toastmasters is.
Yeah, no, yes, for sure.
This time in Toast.
So, who else won?
No.
You already did. You had a speech?
You can include education sessions at this.
No, education will start from September. So we have. I'm writing the agenda in 2 days' time. I will change the agenda. Okay. We have speakers like Rashid, Arun, Puran, and Ajit. Okay. Who want to do the evaluations part? Deepak. Evaluate. Okay. Then who else can do the evaluation? Okay, I'll find out. So I need one more important role player, that's general evaluator. Who can do a precise general evaluation?
Can I change the role as well?
Okay.
Because I want to continue some more time, then probably I can take
So who can be the TME if that's the case?
Yeah. If I don't do the speech, I'll be able to.
Maybe then John. And then he's after.
John. TM.
Who else? It's not a good idea if I take again, So
I can be if nobody else is there.
So who will be the general evaluator?